All right, good morning, guys, gals, and non-binary pals. Yes, good morning, guys, gals, and non-binary pals. We are in our third week of our Pixie Dust Campaign. And last time we saw each other, we made it to the Capitol. Woohoo! We all did some shopping. We all saw some really pretty items. We saw a sword, the sword to end all swords. We bought some really cool dresses. And we decided to camp out, kind of, or grab a room at the Music Melody Inn and Tavern. Last time we left off, Pippa and Lost Girl, yes. So Akima and Lost Girl each had their own bed, and then Phoenix took the couch, if I remember correctly. Right? Y'all are sleeping in your own beds. And we had some really cool dream sequences. So Akima, you dreamed of your final battle with a Jabberwocky and some cool character development there. And then Lost Girl, you dreamed about Neverland a little bit, didn't you?
Uh-huh.
Yep. All right, so today we are all headed to the mysterious and elusive Cloak and Dagger Ball. Woo woo!
Yeah.
So excited for this. I've been planning this since I started this campaign, and it's going to be so wonderful, and I'm very excited. We all have our dresses. We all have our assorted accoutrement with us.
I have no idea how to get into a dress this fancy, so I'm gonna need some help.
Okay. Cool. Okay, so let's get right into it. The morning. It is the morning. The sun is just coming up. The birds are chirping. Magic is zazzing to life here in the Capitol. Lights are coming on, and it's all very, very pretty. Businesses are opening. There's a smell of like cinnamon, like peppermint in the air. It's very sweet. It's very nice. It's very whimsical. Very, very whimsical. And you can hear people going off to work with a small little hi-ho. Yes. They're off to work with a small little hi-ho. You hear different horses waking up in the morning, clomping along the streets. And you kind of start to hear the hustle and bustle of the morning. In the Music Melody Inn and Tavern, they have a breakfast buffet, which you guys are more than welcome to go down and enjoy. Also, throughout all of the Music Melody Inn and Tavern, you hear this sort of just like easy jazz music, nothing too harsh on the ears, just kind of something to wake you up in the morning and brighten your spirits before you either go off to work or continue your travels or things like that. This morning, you wake up to the wonderful sounds of an acoustic version of Colors of the Wind from Pocahontas. Yup, so you wake up to an acoustic version of that, and it kind of plays similar things as the morning goes on. In the breakfast buffet lounge room, there is a gorgeous singer at the very, very end of the room. She's on stage. She's got a really nice jazz band behind her, and she's, singing, she's performing, she's doing her thing. She doesn't really catch your eye at all. She's just kind of there, and she's just kind of happy, and she's just, waking up the morning. All right, Miss Akima, is there anything you want to do on this lovely morning in the Capitol?
I am going to have some breakfast.
You're going to have some breakfast. Okay. What are we having this fine morning?
I am going to have some sausages.
Okay.
And some eggs.
Sausage, eggs. Are we having coffee? Are we having tea? Are we having water?
Coffee.
We're having some
Black.
coffee. Coffee black. All right. I like it. I very much like it. Miss Lost Girl, what are we having for breakfast? Or are you just having Lucky Charms?
Equivalent of Lucky Charms.
Okay, so we're having Lucky Charms. We have water. We have milk. Or we having coffee. What are we having with it?
Sweet tea.
Sweet tea. Okay, I like it. I like it. I like it.
May I have a charm? Thank you.
Yeah, Lucky Charms. Woo woo. All right, so you guys are lit. Actually, I have got the perfect ambiance. Hold, please. Hold, please.
I'm holding.
You can put it down. It's okay.
No, I'm holding.
Okay.
There's a joke there.
This is what you hear as you wake up throughout the music melody in N Tavern.
I love it.
Yes. Okay, so we're gonna lower this just a bit. You guys have pretty much the entire morning before you have to go to the Cloak and Dagger Ball. Is there anything you guys want to do in the capital? Is there anything you want to explore? Is there anybody you want to go visit maybe? Is there anything you want to see if you can figure out and find out?
I would probably, while I'm sitting down snacking on breakfast, probably ask the nice person behind the bar.
Okay.
Or behind
Waitress.
The waitress.
Yeah, we'll be a waitress. Yep.
Yeah. The nice person behind the bar. If like what there is to
Okay.
see and do, like if there's any, I'd try to play it like I'm less clueless than I actually am.
Okay.
So, I'll just play it like, things that aren't the touristy type, like what is there that's actually good to do, and like
Yeah.
phrase it that way. So that
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
seem quite as lost as I am.
Yeah, for sure. Waitress, she says, there's so many things to do in the capital. You could always go to like the carousel, which has like live horses. You could always go to the peace boats, which are always very fun to go see for like a couple hours while you guys travel around the world. And you can always go maybe dock some boats, maybe go some boat riding. There's just all sorts of little, hour kill things that you guys can definitely do. She understands that you're a tourist. She understands that you kind of want to do the touristy things, but she also knows like kind of the lay of the land, so she gives you a little bit of that type of stuff to do should you want to do it. Do you have anything that you want to ask the lovely waitress?
I am not sure actually, since I have mostly kept to myself, and I know the attitude of most people here, so.
Okay. All right. So yeah, nothing to. Okay, I'm gonna pause the music because it's heavily distracting me.
I forgot that it was there.
Yeah. No, you're good. You're good. But yeah, that's just kind of.
Music out though.
That's the vibe. But yeah, so that's really cool.
I haven't seen boats other than Jackson's ship like ever.
Yeah, you guys can definitely go see it. I'm gonna place this here. You guys can definitely go see the boats if you wanted to. But do you want to go see the boats?
I will escort the lost girl.
I'll like get I'll get a little too excited, like yay!
Yes, I'll fill in for Phoenix and I'll like try to like wrangle you a little bit, but I'm also very excited about seeing the boats. Even though I've seen boats before, I'm excited that you're excited.
Beautiful.
So yeah, you guys are there. You guys get to the docks, and You're so stinking excited. Are you all going on one boat? Are you all trying to get your individual boats, like with individual captains? What are we trying to do?
I feel like I would probably ask Phoenix to stick with me.
Okay. All right. So Phoenix sticks with you. Akima, are you on your own vessel or are you with the group?
I'll hold a hand. I'll hold a hand out. Like, are you coming?
Yeah.
Sure, I will come.
Excellent.
Okay. Cool. So
To the boats.
To the boats. Yes. So you guys get on a little bit smaller sailboat. It's not nearly as big as Captain Hook's. It's maybe the size of this room. It's big enough to hold a party of about 6 people.
Okay.
But yeah, it's not astronomically huge.
Okay.
So yeah, it's a boat. It's nice. It's pink. It's very almost castle-like color. The same castle of Magic Kingdom. It's almost that color.
Okay.
That kind of cool, like pinky iridescent things. The sails are stark white. Like
Beautiful.
Stark white. Almost see-through, but not. Yeah, they are white.
Like Pixie wings.
And you guys are on this little lake. And you see ducks going along, and you see like small fish swimming in the lake, and then there are frogs that are like hopping between lily pads, and it's this very picture perfect scene on the lake. And this lake kind of goes around kind of the center of the capital, so you can see like all corners of it. And as you guys are going along, you come across and you gently bob past the castle. Like the castle.
Oh, beautiful.
That is huge. Takes up a good portion of the capital. This castle is royal blue and gray. And it is that traditional, like, pointed top, flags waving.
Beautiful
when
spires.
You think castle, beautiful spires. When you think castle, you castle.
Beautiful.
And it is huge. It's got a bunch of doors. It's got a bunch of guards. So it's very, very lively. You see people going in and out, bringing flowers and pastries and decor, and even some exotic animals are coming in. This is, you can tell something big is happening tonight, and you can tell this is going to be a major party of sorts. So you guys are bobbing around. You guys come to the end of your grand tour of the lake of the capital, and you're right back where you started. So you dock back into the dock. And you guys come off of the dock. You stumble a little bit because there seems to be like a loose board on the dock, so you stumble a little bit. Your foot catches and you go down, scraping your leg.
Are we still like sort of on the boat-ish, or like
you guys are just coming off the boat.
Coming off? Okay.
Yeah, you guys are just coming off the boat onto essentially the dock.
Okay.
You catch your foot. You're not wearing any shoes. So you catch your foot, and
actually, I feel like I'd be more inclined to trip wearing shoes.
probably. But you get a scrape going kind of all down your leg. You're not really fazed by it, but it does hurt a little bit. And Shelby's like, "Hey, we should probably get this checked out before the party tonight, just to make sure like it doesn't get infected or anything." I don't know how medicine works here in the capital, so for all we know, it could get gangrenous within hours, and we don't want that. So we're gonna go see nearest medic, nearest doctor.
Okay.
Shelby looks around and she's like, where is the nearest doctor? You're from Westeros, you don't know where the nearest doctor is. You're not from these parts at all, so you don't know where the nearest doctor is. So she asks the ship hand, hey, where's the nearest doctor? And he is like, why do you need a doctor? Why can't you just magic yourself better? And she's like, well, none of us have healing magic. Help, please. Help, please. And she points down to your leg, and he sees that your leg is cut, and he's like, okay, you just need some bandages. No big deal. You're going to subtract one hit point. Not that much. Actually, you're going to subtract like half a hit point. Not even. Because you don't have that many to spare, do you, babes?
No.
Yeah. No, you don't have too many to...
Squishy.
You not nearly as squishy
Or
as
I'll
Shelby.
take it, and then when I get, like, bandaged up.
Yeah, you'll get back. Yep. You're not nearly as squishy as Shelby, who has 5 hit points. Jesus.
Oh, God.
Yeah, she's got 5.
No.
She's got 5 hit points. Okay. Hey, Alex, be ready. Just. Okay, cool. So Dockhand points kind of behind. He's like, go up this path, 3 doors down. Next to the dress shop is where you'll find the nearest medic.
The dress shop from yesterday?
No, different dress shop. A lot more low key, kind of more casual dresses. So just a dress shop. Yeah,
Okay.
nothing special about this one.
Okay.
You can still go in and look if you really wanted to, but
Yeah. I wouldn't want to dirty the pretty dresses.
Yeah. So so you go into the nearest medic. Walk in, ding ding. You see the walls like lined with like books and herbs and all sorts of fun and funky stuff.
Beautiful.
And ding ding, you're like, hello, is anybody here? And in walks in Dr. Issac Danielson. Woo woo! Alex, would you like to go ahead and describe your character for us?
Sure. What you see is a human. He has like a white straw hat on, a white shirt with with a real beautiful symbol in the middle of it, and he has a purple, very loud purple jacket. It kind of looks like you look in a telescope and see like the stars. Like so bunch of them, like kind of like that, all over the jacket, on his pants with white flip flops and white socks.
Excellent.
No.
Excellent.
Yeah, he dresses very loud. He sticks out like a sore thumb, but he's very approachable. He's like, "Hello, everyone. I'm Issac. What can I do for you today?"
All right.
I'll just like brandish my leg a little and like I tripped.
Okay, so she shows you her leg, and you see it's not that deep of a wound. You guys, all 3 of you go back into his office. He motions you to come back into his office, and you sit down on this really big chair. And you sit down on this really big chair. It's a very comfy chair, but it's a really big chair. And you're almost like
Swallowed by it?
Swallowed by this big chair. Because this doctor, he's used to treating gnomes and goblins and ogres and all sorts of different beings, not just humans. So he had to get a chair that would fit all of these humans. All of these creatures.
All the peeps.
Yeah, all the peeps. Alex, can you give me a knowledge check, but roll for me a D6 and add your modifier.
D6, gotcha.
Yes.
Okay. 15.
15. Okay, yeah. So you treat this no problem. You clean her up with some alcohol, and you
Might
can.
sting a little bit.
Huh?
I say it might sting a little bit.
Yeah, it might sting a little bit. You can tell she's fairly young. Oh yeah, I forgot you don't really have character descriptions. Okay, so real quick, do you guys want to recap your characters for Alex? Lost Girl, will start with you. So Alex knows who he's treating.
Okay, so the girl you see before you, walking in, is this really young, or like technically a legal adult, but like very innocent eyes. Like looks like she knows absolutely, like is astonished by absolutely everything. She knows, like, gosh darn near nothing. And she looks like really uncomfortable in her shoes, so like like taking off the boots to like I'm like immediately more comfortable like kicking off my boots really quick to like sit down and like get it taken care of and everything. Very comfortable barefoot, has like completely clueless to the whole world. Visually, I've just got like nice long like autumn brown hair, bright green eyes, and then what was I wearing last? I think I had like the steampunk-esque inspired. Yeah. So it was like a not tight-fitting corset, but like a standard like I can breathe and move in a corset. Yeah. With like the nice pillowy sleeved shirt, and then I've got like a typical like high-low steampunk shirt, but it's more like, I guess, themed towards being in the capital.
It's much more Fantasyland. So it's kind of like almost casual pirate kind of Ren Fairy.
Yeah. I'd opted to go without the pants that go with it today because it was a bit warm out.
Yes, it was a bit warm out. It is a cool but nice, about 83 degrees.
I definitely would have skipped my pants.
Yeah. So you're essentially walking around with this really long shirt that comes just like above your knees, and you're wearing a belt, you're wearing a corset, and you're a bit young, but it makes sense why you tripped. Yeah. You're not used to the shoes. And then Miss Akima, would you like to describe your character for us?
All right. So, I wear the slightly tattered remnants of a military uniform, leather, long sleeves. I have a pretty thick scar that goes like on this side of my face, so my left eye is like in a permanent squint, and yes, I have a whole strap with my standard issue sword, and yeah, I have also my hair cut in a haphazard buzz cut.
Yeah.
Since they don't really have razors, right?
All right, so Isaac, did you get out that, Dr. Isaac?
I did.
Cool. All right. Also, Alex, by what you were describing, have any of you guys seen Disenchantment?
No.
It's on Netflix. Go watch it. Oh my god, it's hysterical. All seasons are phenomenal. But I'm thinking of The Wizard from Disenchantment.
Also, I meant to mention he has short black hair with nice ultra blue eyes. Just so you know.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I like it.
I like it. So, in a couple days, so actually maybe a couple hours after the session, I'm going to be sending in Snapchat what I think would be a great character description of each of you, because I pulled some pictures of like character concepts. So hopefully, we can kind of narrow down what each of our characters look like, so we can have visual aids. Because I'm a very big proponent of the visual aid. If any of you guys have like drawings or like concepts that you find in your head or you want to create one, definitely send them to me on Snapchat and we can work with it that way. All right, so with your 15, you know, put some alcohol on her leg, you make sure that it's not going to get infected, and you bandage it up real nice. And she now has a bandage on her leg, Miss Lost Girl. You have regained all of your hit points.
All 8 of them.
Yeah, all 8 of them. You got all of them covered. Miss Akima, roll a perception check for me. Actually, before you do that, yeah, you can roll a d20. I'll allow you to roll a d20 without your modifier.
8. Plus 7, that is 15.
15. Okay. So in the shop, amongst the books, you see a couple of titles that you recognize, and you recognize that they're fairy tales. You know, Moby Dick, Treasure Island, Pinocchio. But these aren't fairy tales; they're history books, and they are described as such. And they were written as such. You know, in 1924, Pinocchio sailed the ocean blue with his father Geppetto and got swallowed by a whale, and so you notice the history books. You also notice on his desk something that looks vaguely similar to your invitation to the Cloak and Dagger ball. From where you are, you can't really see it because you noticed it when you walked in, but now you're in a back room. But Alex or Isaac and Lost Girl are now talking to each other, just kind of making small talk, kind of patient doctor type talk, like, oh, how have you been? Like, how old are you? Like, how did you get this? Just kind of calming her down.
I don't know how old I am.
Yeah, you have like no memory, but you're trying to make small talk. You're giving him like your story that you created that everybody, huh?
I said it's fine.
Yeah, it's yup. You don't really ask questions, Dr. Isaac. You're just like, okay, so long as you're calm and you don't like flinch when I try to touch you, you're good. But Miss Kima, do you go investigate at all, or do you just kind of let it rock?
I think I'll investigate.
Okay. So with your perception, you go investigate, and you see, lo and behold, it is an invitation to the Cloak and Dagger ball, but it's a little bit different than yours. Where yours was much more of a formal invitation to a party, his invitation is a little bit more of a almost cry for help. Yeah, it's much more of a please join us, not a please join us. And it's kind of saying like, oh, this is like, his invitation has a little bit more information about the kingdom and what's going on in the kingdom and inside the castle than yours does. Would you like to attempt to read it, or would you like to just let it rock and know that he has an invitation as well?
I'll try to read it.
Okay, you try to read it. Give me an give me an intelligence check.
6 total.
Oof. Okay. So it's written in cursive, and it's been a while since you've read cursive. It's been a hot minute since you've read cursive, so you make out a couple of words like please, help, SOS. Please help, SOS. Sick is one of the words that you see a couple of times. But other than just like a few choice words, you can't make out any of the information that is handwritten on this invitation. So what you see is actually your invitation, and then it's a scroll down a little bit more, and it's handwritten in cursive. Help, sick, please come. And it's a whole bunch of other words.
God save the queen.
Yeah, God save the queen, essentially.
Yeah, because she might be dying right now.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
Legit.
Yep.
Who the fuck knows? So yeah, you see,
no.
please help sick SOS. Thank you. That's all you can read from this cursive. That is very, very pretty, but not very legible to your eyes. Did you roll that? Oh, Jesus. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. So, you rolled a 15 perception?
Yes.
Okay. At the bottom, you do notice the royal seal, so you know it's legit. You see the royal crest stamped in that invitation, so you know it's legit. And this came directly from the castle, if not even directly from the Queen's quarters herself. Okay. Miss Lost Girl.
Yeah.
Do you want to take a look around, investigate? Do you want to see if you can see anything funky?
Yeah.
Okay. You, Miss Ma'am. Give me a second. You can roll a perception check, but I want you to use a D12 for me. One of these little doodads. The little, D12 for me.
With perception?
Yep.
14.
Nice. Okay. You also notice the history books. You also notice the invitation a little bit less than Akima does. So Akima looks to it. She instantly notices it. You take a look, and then you're like, oh, wait. I know that invitation. Right before you go into the office. Once you go into the office, that's where you notice... that's where you notice like the textbooks, and you notice, the herbs, and you notice things of that nature. And then on the very, very top shelf, you see a little itty bitty teeny tiny jar with a singular fleck of blue pixie dust. Singular fleck of blue pixie dust, hidden collecting dust on the top shelf. Doc does not want to use this. He does not know what the fuck this is. He just knows he bought it off a merchant a long, long time ago, and he knows it's powerful. He just doesn't know how powerful. So you notice it up there.
I'll just flat out triple take, bruh, what? How do you? When?
Yeah. So,
I'd been trying to just casually look, but that, I just can't hide.
Yeah. Can you roll a d20 for me? No modifier, just d20.
Straight d20?
Straight d20. 6. Damn. Oh, that sucks for you.
Oh no.
It doesn't trigger anything. You know what it is, but nothing immediate comes to mind. You're just like, oh, it's a fleck of blue pixie dust. That's odd. That's interesting.
How does he have pixie dust?
Yeah, how do you get a single fleck of blue pixie dust? That's weird. Alex, Dr. Isaac, can you roll a perception check for me? But instead of using a d20, your perception's pretty good. Roll a D8 for me.
D8, okay.
Yes, D8 and add your perception modifier.
Sure.
Are we supposed to be able to use the Wi-Fi in either village? Or?
You should be. Sometimes my Wi-Fi.
21.
No, because it says...
21?
Oh, he
Yeah.
notices me noticing it.
Yeah, he immediately notices you noticing it. And he starts to wonder, maybe she knows more than I do, that she's so intently staring at this teeny tiny jar. So you know the jars that Yzma has of the little vials of, that's what it's in.
Crank.
Yes, Kronk, little vial, and just singular blue.
Like a pixie dust just floating around in there?
Just not even floating, just sitting at the very bottom, shining very, very brightly. So that's how you notice it. But it's collecting webs. It's just chilling up there. It's just chilling up there. So Dr. Isaac notices that you immediately look at this thing and you're like fixated on it. And he's curious. Do you have any questions, Dr. Isaac?
I asked her, like, do you know of what do you know what that is?
Absolutely, I do. that stuff's like pretty common from where I'm from. Do you know what it is?
I have no idea what it is.
Okay.
Alex, you would know that it's not from this land, and you know that it's powerful. That's why you haven't touched it or explored it yet. But other than that, you don't know anything.
You don't know how to use it or anything?
Nope.
Just knows that it's
not from this realm.
So therefore, I just told him that I'm not from this realm either.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, you do.
Yes, and that's fine. That's all right.
He's a doctor of patient confidentiality laws.
HIPAA, or the equivalent.
Yeah.
We'll call it HIPAA.
Yes. So yeah.
I know. I am well versed in pixie dust.
Alex, you're like, oh, so that's what that is. It's pixie dust. Yeah, Alex, you're just like, oh, pixie dust? What is pixie dust?
Yeah, I asked what is it.
He asked what pixie dust is.
What pixie dust? What's pixie dust? It's dust from pixies. You can do a lot with it. You can do a lot with pixie dust. I usually have a bunch. It's like pretty abundant.
Okay.
Where I'm from.
Dr. Isaac, do you have anything to say to that?
I just asked, would you want it?
I've got plenty, so I don't need it.
Bold choice, not taking it.
I mean, if you don't want it or if you're not going to use it, I'll take it, sure. But
yeah, like how much would you want for it?
He's trying to sell it to you.
Because I have no use for it. I don't even know what it is.
how much had you bought it for?
Okay, here's where I pop in real quick. So you bought this singular speck of blue pixie for a pretty penny. In capital money, it's worth about like 15,000.
Oh my god.
Yeah. And it was a gift from somebody else when he first opened up his practice. So somebody else got this for him. And the market value of it is about 15,000.
Would I know that at this point?
You know it's valuable.
But I don't understand currency.
Yeah, you don't understand money like that.
At least not yet.
Actually,
I've only been here for like a week or two.
Give me a knowledge check, but roll for it with a D8 and add your modifier, your knowledge modifier.
Me?
Yeah.
22. I rolled a 1.
Okay. 22. Cool. So yeah, you don't really understand currency of this realm.
No.
But you know that everybody from your hometown of Neverland is pining after this pixie dust. So you know it's heavily valuable. Yeah, you know it's heavily, heavily valuable, so he's trying to give it to you, and asking what you would want for it in exchange. Like,
What I would want to give him?
yeah. Throw out a number, babes. Or actually, hold on. Dr. Isaac, are you willing to give this to her for nothing? Like, just donate it to her?
Sure, I don't mind.
Okay, so you have two options. He is willing to donate it to you for free. You wouldn't have to pay him anything. Or, you can refuse it and then maybe teach him about it a little bit later in the game. And really show him what it could do. So you offer, you're like, I know what it can do, but I don't really need it.
Yeah, I have it.
Yeah,
I have.
Yeah.
So, I don't think I need it, but I can, like, teach you about it. I can teach you what pixie dust is and what it can do.
That's fine.
Yeah, because she's willing to teach you something that you don't know. Again, you offer her some money for, like, essentially classes. Throw out a number for me, babes. Alex, throw out a number for me. What are you willing to give her?
Like 100 gold, maybe.
100 gold. 100 gold for each class, or 100 gold total?
Maybe total.
Okay, 100 gold total.
Sure.
Okay, cool. So, what level of pixie dust kit do you have? 9th edition. Cool. You have 9th edition pixie dust kit. So he gives you 100 gold.
Beautiful.
That would be. Hold on, let me check my records. So increase your total by
My total is what?
yeah, give me 1 second. Give yourself 5 Dixasis and 1 Femtios. Alex, I will go over the money system with you in just after the session.
Sure.
Yep, because that's a bit funky because I created that on my own. Yeah. So you give her that money. She has it now. And in exchange, you pull out your Pixie Dust Alchemy textbook.
Beautiful.
And you flip to the very first chapter, and it is all about blue pixie dust.
Oh.
So if you want to start jotting some like keynotes down, and if you want to jot some keynotes down just so you have it, I'm gonna go through them really quickly. So blue pixie dust is the most powerful pixie dust in the world. It can take regular pixie dust and turn even the slightest bit of it from a single speck to 10,000 specks. So that's a lot of pixie dust. Even a single speck of pixie dust can do a lot of damage. This can make a lot of pixie dust. This blue pixie dust has the ability to grow pixie dust trees should you plant one in the ground. Blue pixie dust also has the ability to change the characteristics of some dust. So for example, if you're a tinker fairy and you chop up a fleck of blue pixie dust and add it to like a flower petal of some kind, I don't know, you get garden fairy powers. temporarily until the dust wears off. So it has the ability to change and manipulate regular pixie dust. Blue pixie dust is also highly coveted, and it is very, very valuable. Like I said, market value of one fleck of blue pixie dust is about $15,000 in real world money. There's some other like filler stuff too, because it's a textbook, and it was like, oh, blue pixie dust was found in X year or whatever. That's not important. But those are the key highlights of the stuffs. Yeah, so that's on the very first page of all pixie dust alchemy textbooks. Is the chapter about blue pixie dust. Originally found in Neverland, and it predominantly stays in Neverland, but it migrated to Libro de Historia and adjoining lands in the year 2008. So you might want to jot that down. Yep, migrated here in 2008, and since then it has been of high black market value, and you can only get them from the rarest of sellers. It is not easy to come by, and the fact that you have a pixie dust kit, you have a lot of it, is very, really good. So you can barter, trade, sell that should you need more money. So yeah, what's cool about your textbook actually is that every time the market value of dust or every time the market value of blue pixie dust goes up or down, and then comes back and adjusts. Yep.
Nice.
So current market value is $15,000, but by the end of this journey, it could be less than that, it could be more than that. That is to be determined. Okay, so Alex, are you good on notes?
Yeah.
Yeah? Cool.
Yes.
You good on notes?
Yep.
Cool. Okay, so you guys are still in the doctor's office. You are all patched up, my lady. It is now just about, I would say about 10 o'clock-ish in the morning.
Busy day.
Huh?
Busy day.
Yeah, you've done a lot in actually, let's make it 11. It's about 11 o'clock, so it's just before the afternoon. You guys are still very, very full from breakfast. Do you guys want to explore the capital a little bit more? Do you want to see what's going on and maybe get a sneak peek into the castle party? What do you guys want to do? Do you want to keep talking to Dr. Issac? Would you want to question him, Akima, about the invitation, or?
I think I probably should.
Okay.
Oh, what is this? I point to the invitation on the shelf.
Yeah, no, actually, so I'm going to make it a little bit more dramatic than that. You pull the invitation from the shelf, and you walk in, because they're like behind like a curtain, and you walk in, and you bring the invitation and he's like, want to explain this? And you drop it in front of him on the ground. You're like, want to explain this? I thought only a select number of people got these. Alex, do you have a rebuttal, or would you like my help?
Yeah, you can tell him like why I've been invited to it. Yeah.
Yeah, so he's like, oh, you found that. Interesting eyes you have. Can you read it at all?
I was never good at cursive, but you can't. But I was able to pick up a few words.
Okay. So yeah, Dr. Issac, your invitation has a handwritten letter from the Queen of the capital, like the High Queen. And it says, "Dear Dr. Issac, please please, please help us. We are in grave danger here in the capital, and I fear that you are the only one that can help us solve it. The kingdom is rapidly losing money, and I fear that a coup is about to unfold during my party tonight, which will poison the water supply and kill off half of the creatures in my kingdom. I do not have the strength, nor do I have the numbers, nor do I have the physical ability to help my people, as you know I am cursed to this goddamn castle. If there is anything that you can do, if there are any whispers that you hear, if there is anything that you can do to help my people, please help them. In other news, I have not been feeling myself recently. My condition has gotten worse. The medicine that you gave me previously is no longer helping me the way it should. Please, Dr. Issac, you're our only hope. Signed, yours truly, your benevolent queen. Sealed. Signed, sealed, delivered. That is what your invitation says at the very, very bottom. Got it?
Yeah, I got it.
Okay.
I'm here.
Yeah, no, you're...
I pretty much say, yeah, that's why I've been... I thought I say all that, so that's why I'm invited to help out with the queen.
Yeah, to help out with the queen. To help the queen. So, Akima, you used to be very good friends with the queen. You used to be her right-hand soldier before shit went down.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, so... And the queen has reached out to you a couple of times saying, like, hey, I miss you. Why don't you come back to the force? Why don't you try to lead a battalion again? We could use you. I promise no harm will come to you. And you've pretty much ignored every invitation that she has sent you except for this one. You made it a point to go to this cloak and dagger ball because you know it's kind of the queen's event, and you remember that the queen absolutely adored this ball, and it was definitely one of her favorites, even before the great battle. So you know this is a big deal to her, and you know if you're going to be safe at any party, this is going to be it. And you know that especially at this party, she will not let any harm come to you. So this is the only time that you've really said, okay, I'll come see you. So you're concerned that the queen is sick, and you didn't know that she was sick at all. So this is brand new information to you. What do you do? What do you ask? Do you ask anything?
What is wrong with the queen?
So Dr. Issac, you're like, oh, I can't really say. I'm not supposed to say because the walls have ears and things like that. So Issac is being very, very secretive with this information. Do you have a reaction to his secretism? Ooh, no.
I just shoot a glare, like...
Okay. Shoot him a glare. Alex, do you know if you have a reaction to the glare at all? Or you're just kind of...
I just say, I rest assure you, it's not with ill intent. I'm only trying to help. I can't say the details of what I'm doing, but know that I am trying to help fix whatever problem she has.
Okay. Are you satisfied with this answer?
For now.
For now. Okay. While this interact... Huh?
I said that's fair.
Okay. Miss Lost Girl, while this interaction is happening, you're still fixated on that blue pixie dust. And you're like, this should not be here. This should not be here.
At least not in the way, like, not here in the way that it is.
Yeah, exactly. You're just like, this could be very, very useful. But do you do anything sneaky? Do you want to do anything sneaky? Do you want to join in the conversation? Do you want to help at all?
I'll ask, Dr. Isaac, do you know, like, do you have any sort of, like, a plan for, like, what you're gonna do at the ball? Like, do you know what you're gonna do? Or, like, is that just your invitation into the castle so you can go do things other than the party?
I say, all I know is I'm just being invited to help the queen. I can't elaborate any further due to her wanting to keep it a secret, but know that I am there just to help her.
Yeah, so little interlude here. So this is not his first invitation to the castle. This just happened to be, she was sending out these invitations already, so she thought this would be a perfect opportunity to send him a message. But this is with an invitation sealed with the queen's signature. He's allowed in and out of the castle. He's one of the few people allowed in and out of the castle whenever he is needed. So, but the fact that he got an invitation to the party, he also has to abide by party guidelines. So where you guys have to come in very formal attire and bring cloaks and daggers and things like that.
As does he.
As does he. Exactly. So, all right. So do you guys want to keep talking to him? Do you guys want to move on? Do you guys want to say hey, make sure to catch up with us at the party or something? Like, what do you guys want to do? What's the next move?
I'll like glance at the pixie dust and be like, but what about the water?
Okay.
And just like insinuate a little bit.
Okay.
There.
So she asks about the water.
And like pointedly, like glancing at, like knowingly looking at the pixie dust.
Yeah.
Like, what about, like, what are you gonna do about like the water being?
Yeah. So Lost Girl is staring directly at the pixie dust, and she just looks and she's like, "What about the water?" Dr. Isaac, do you have anything to say to that?
About the water that's been poisoned? Is she asking me what?
Yeah, she's asking what your plan is for the water being poisoned, if you have a plan.
I have no idea. This is a new situation for me, but I'm gonna try my best to figure out and fix this the best I can, because if I don't, a lot of people are gonna get hurt. So I'm just trying to like come up with something to get this under control as quickly as possible.
Okay.
But whenever you do go to the water, take me with you on that, because I got a couple ideas.
Dr. Isaac, you make a note that she has a couple of ideas when and if the water supply gets damaged.
Again, pointedly looking
at the
pixie
dust. Yes, exactly. So yeah, you
so
notice.
I say, do you know if the pixie dust can help with the situation?
You'll
That's up to you.
You'd need me there for it, though.
Okay.
Because you don't know how to use it.
The more help I can get, the better.
So, keep in mind, the water actually hasn't been polluted yet. This is just a rumor that's going around.
But
so
if it does happen,
if
it does happen, find me.
Yeah.
Yeah, if it happens, if you go, find me.
Yeah. So, do you guys want to chill here? Do you guys want to dip? What do you guys want to do?
Well, we're gonna have to go. What time is the party?
It's about like 7 o'clock at night.
Okay.
So you've got some time.
Okay.
Yeah. Akima, do you want to explore the castle at all? Do you want to explore the capital at all? Do you want to dip? Do you want to keep interrogating Dr. Isaac? What do you want to do?
I think I will explore the castle.
Okay, so you want to explore the castle. Miss Lost Girl, what do you want to do? Do you want to go with? Do you want to stay with Isaac? What do you want to do?
I will go with on the way to the castle. However, if we find a field that is out of sight-ish, or like has a view that is
Off somewhere?
I want to take my rocking horse for a ride.
Okay, cool.
I can
cool,
feel her like getting restless in my bag.
Okay, cool.
So I'll want to take my rocking horse for a ride.
In the capital, it's not, uncommon to see something freaky happening, so you can just take her out and ride her if you wanted to. You don't need a field.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you don't.
Yeah,
no need to keep up appearances.
Okay.
A rocking horse
cool.
in the middle of the capital, ridden by a girl without shoes, is not out of place. Like, yeah, some people might be like, what the hell? Oh, okay.
Sweet.
Yeah, so don't. Yeah, the capital
Excellent.
is very free flowing. It's very open to all new ideas.
Then whenever we go to leave, I'll just pop around out of my pocket.
Cool.
She'll
All
like
right.
immediately, like faster than I've ever seen her,
Aww.
pop up into like full form. 'Cause
Yeah.
of all the like extra magic in the air and whatnot.
Okay, cool. So Lost Girl and Akima dip. Dr. Isaac, what are you doing? Are you so you wave goodbye to them, they exit
I say thank you very, very much for fixing up my life.
Do you want to offer any money for fixing up your life, or do you just want to take it as generosity?
Oh yeah, I'd offer him.
Okay.
I'd ask them.
Yeah, so it's only going to cost you.
Or I'd ask him how much I owe him for patching me up or whatever.
Yeah,
whatever the normal fee would be.
Yeah, he's basically going to charge you for essentially like the bandage. Like, he's not going to charge you that much at all.
Thanks, Obama.
Huh?
Thanks, Obama.
Yeah, free healthcare. Woo! So he charges you 1 fincheros. That's all he charges you. He charges you $5.
Cool.
So yeah, Dr. Isaac, what are you see them leave, you wave to them as they go, and they're headed towards the castle, and they're confident that they can get into the castle. We'll see how that goes in a hot minute. Dr. Isaac,
Or at least explore the grounds.
yeah. Do you have anything that you want to do or say to anybody?
Okay. No, basically, I just want to get ready for the ball. Just take that pixie dust, because she was staring at it so much. I grab it, put it in a bag, just to have with me, and I just get ready for the ball.
Okay. All right. So you start getting ready. That it's only about 11:30, maybe noon.
Clean up the shop.
Yep. You clean up. You do the shower thing. So you're chilling in your shop. Do you want to take any notes, like feverishly, that you just met this very interesting girl with no feasible memories and no feasible name, and she seems very interested in your pixie dust
And knows a lot about pixie dust.
and knows a lot about pixie dust? Do you want to take any notes?
No, maybe later.
Bold choice. Okay, I like it. Okay, so you guys are headed to the Grand Castle. People, as you get closer, people are hustling and bustling. Peacocks are being imported in. Tigers are being imported in. Trapeze artists of all kinds. Foods of all different shapes and sizes. Spices are being imported.
Yeah.
People are just mad running around in this castle.
So would there be like, is it so busy that there's a chance we get separated at all? Because I'll just like look at you and hold a hand out as in like, come hop up.
Yeah. So at this point, it's not so densely crowded.
Yeah.
It's just everything is moving very, very quickly.
Okay.
So you guys wouldn't really get separated like that. But you definitely have to keep up pace with the rest of everybody else. You're gonna get trampled like hard.
Even if I'm on a horse.
Oh, that's right, you're on your horse. So yeah.
That's why I called that hand and be like, hop on out.
Yeah. So Shelby, as of right now, is sitting on your shoulder. She is a bright blue chameleon. Yes, brilliant blue chameleon sitting right atop your shoulder.
Excellent.
So she's chilling. She didn't really interact with Isaac at all. She didn't really want to. She just wanted to make sure that you were okay. Because she goes into like mom mode.
Understandable.
So yeah, so she's chilling on top of your shoulder. Akima, you have your own horse, don't you?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Are you riding on her, or did you leave her at the Music Melody Inn?
I am riding her.
You're riding her. Okay. So
Easy peasy then.
you're on your rocking horse. You're on your horse, Splinter. Have you created a name for your rocking horse?
Bullseye.
Bullseye. That's it.
I said my horse's name is Bullseye.
Bullseye.
Peep Toy Story a little.
Also, Dr. Isaac, you see that the Lost Girl has just mounted what seems to be a wooden clay rocking horse.
I pulled a miniature rocking horse out of my bag.
Yup, you pulled the miniature rocking horse out of your bag.
Straight nade. I sent her rolling, and she just poof.
Full size
Rocking horse.
Yup.
She's glorious. She's
glorious.
like, since there's like a lot of magic in the air, she's like kind of not
she's
like
the size of Clydesdale.
Yeah, I don't speak horse, so
Yeah,
like, however, just very big.
Big.
She's huge.
Big. Yeah.
And she's very like typical, like well-loved rocking horse. She's got like brown and yellow yarn as her mane and tail, and she's a very nice, like on the wood, she's a very nice
Mahogany.
yeah, like a nice mahogany chestnut, it like that, if those colors like blended, that like nice rich brown,
Nice.
like that color. And her saddle is painted red, and you can tell that like it's had some chips in it and it's been painted over, so that she's got like little differing shades of red based on how old it is. She's a very old rocking horse.
Cute.
Like I've had her as long as I've been in Neverland, and I don't know how long I was in Neverland.
Yeah.
She's old.
She's old, but she is full of life.
Oh, absolutely.
And she is powered by magic and imagination and happiness and
pixie dust.
And pixie dust, exactly. Exactly.
And so so I whip her out, and I'm like, now in the past.
Yeah.
And I'm like, hey girl, like.
Yeah. And you all start
Giddy up
heading towards the
bullseye.
castle.
Giddy up
Isaac.
bullseye.
Yeah. Isaac, do you have any thoughts and or questions about said rocking horse?
No, I just say it's beautiful.
Aww.
Cute. Okay. So, Isaac, you're gonna chill for a second, and I'm gonna focus on these guys. So you guys are.
That's fine.
Yeah. You guys are headed to the castle. You guys have. So you Are you gonna? Okay. First things first. Are you guys gonna try to sneak into the castle and miss the chaos, or are you just gonna go up to the guard, say, "Hey, we're X people. Please let us in."
I am going to walk up to the guards and see if they recognize me.
Okay. Are you gonna do the same thing? Like, are you following behind, or do you want to try to sneak in?
I will try sneaky. So, like, a ways back, I'll hop off Bullseye and ask her, like, you know, to
Shrink down. Yeah.
And then I'll just, like, if I'll find a cart and I'll just take up walking behind it, like I'm supposed to be there.
Okay. Do you grab like a pile of flowers to try to blend in?
Yep. I'll, like, whatever, like, if there's something that looks like something, or if there's a cart that's moving, I can, like, grab something off of it and then walk behind it so it looks like it fell and I was carrying it.
Okay. Roll both a d20 and a d4 for me, and then add them together.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no, we're good. It is gonna be 12. So not terrible, but not great.
Okay. I can work with that. Okay, so closest thing the closest cart that is to you is the flower cart. Not the
flowers.
Not the flowers, but the flour.
Flour.
Yeah. So it's a sack of baking flour, all-purpose flour.
Okay.
And cart hits a bump, so a pack of flour actually does fall onto the ground. But with your 12, you struggle a little bit to pick it up. You struggle a little bit to pick it up, and the guard kind of takes notice that you struggle a little bit with this sack of flour getting it off the ground. But you pick it up.
But I'm also a young girl with a little bit of flour.
So he knows. So yeah, he takes that into account.
Note. He's like, huh? But also like,
So you're picking up the sack of flour. He lets the cart through. Because he's been letting the cart through all day. He knows that the cart is legit, but he hasn't seen you before. So you're holding this sack of flour, and you're kind of weeble-wobbling a little bit because it's heavy, it's flour.
Yeah.
And he stops you, and he's like, "State your name."
Theodosia.
Nice. Theodosia. I don't see you on a list. What are you here to deliver?
They dropped their flour.
And there are people like starting to like make a commotion because now you're holding up the line. You're holding up the flow of traffic. So he's like, just let her through. Just let her through. What's the worst? Just let her through. He's like, all right, but make it quick. So you shuffle into
and for dramatic effect, I'll be like, wait.
Yeah. Okay. So you dramatic effect, you wait, and you shuffle back to the cart, and people start offloading flour. So you just kind of put the flour
where they're putting it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
And now you are in the courtyard of the castle. You did it, babes.
Yeah.
You did it. You got in.
Sweet. Do I still have Phoenix just chilling on my shoulder?
Yeah, she's just chilling, but now she's got a little bit of flour on her face, so she's kind of white in the face right now.
I'm just imagining like a Pascal shape, like Pascal but blue.
Yup,
flour everywhere.
Blue Pascal with flour on her face. Yep.
Excellent.
That's exactly it.
I love that.
You confidently right up to those guards. You just try to walk in, don't even address yourself. You just kind of hold your head up high, and you're just like, I'm back. And you kind of have this like air of confidence to you because you're friends with the queen. You always have been friends with the queen. Hell, you practically grew up together. She's about 5 years older than you are. But yeah, so you pretty much grew up together. When you were training, she was doing, her queenly studies and stuff like that. But you guys would often play together in the courtyard. So you guys were like really, really close for a while. And she was really happy for you when you became like captain of guard and things like that. So she was really, really proud of you. And then the great battle happened. I'll get to that in a minute. So you confidently ride up to those guards, and they, with their maces, just shink, X you out. And they're just like, no. And what is your reaction? They don't even say anything. They don't recognize you because these guys are young. They're new. They do not recognize you. So to them, you're an intruder coming in, potentially going to hurt the queen.
I am here to see the queen.
State your name.
Centurion Akima.
And they frantically check all of their lists. And they're asking a couple other guards, but their maces are still right there, Xing you out. So they're whistling, they're rustling. They don't see your name on the list, but they're kind of too afraid to even tell you that. They don't want to tell you that your name is not on the list, so they're thinking about fudging it, but they don't want to lose their jobs. So they're just like, we could it maybe be like any other name?
Mima.
Mima?
Yes.
Okay. And so they check. They're still not finding the name on the list. Hold on. Still not finding the name on the list. But they say, "Oh, it's Mima. It's Mima. Do you see Mima on any of the list?" All of a sudden, you hear a rustling, and all of the guards just stand at attention immediately. In walks in, big burly dude. He is the general. It's your father. It's your father. It's your father. He walks in. Darling, how have you been? Let her through, gents. Let her through. This is an honored guest. Make a big, big show out of it. This man is huge. This man's.
Can I hear that from where I am?
I'm pretty sure everyone in the castle.
Everybody.
Can I
You can't see it, but you can hear it because you're just trying to. You're doing the sneaky thing. You're trying to get into castle. You're trying to see what's going on, scope out your surroundings.
Okay.
You're doing the sneaky, but you could hear it, and you put the flower down. Darling, burst through the entire crowd, and you're just like, huh? Focus.
Excellent. Works for me.
Gotta go. So he is your father. Oh. He is captain of the guard. He and come in, dismount, give your father a hug. And you hate that he's making such a big deal. You're just like, Dad, come on, don't embarrass me. These are my friends.
Like I haven't seen you in how many years, and this is how you treat me.
Exactly. It's very boisterous, very, very just
Like Brian Blessed?
Huh?
Like Brian Blessed?
A little bit, yeah.
You do know who Brian Blessed is, right?
No.
Okay, I think I'm going to have to leave this campaign.
No!
Wait, who?
Brian Blessed. Let me see if I got the video.
You show me a picture and I live under a rock. Hold on.
As do I, but something about it seems familiar.
Yes! I don't know him, but yes. Yes.
Is it a Star Wars thing? Is that why?
He was in Star Wars, actually.
Okay.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
that is like his lowest setting.
Yeah, no, he is, yeah.
Booming.
He
Rocking it, cooking and
booming.
shaking.
Okay, hopefully this is the right thing.
Yes,
Yes.
yes, very much so. Yes, so big burly man comes up, come, give your father a hug. So you dismount Splinter, and you get down, and you kind of do that, like, just kind of lean into him and let him hug you type thing. So let him hug you type thing. He's like, it's been too long, daughter. How have you been? Where have you been? What have you been doing? And he just leads you. He just has his arm around you, just leading you into the castle. Doesn't even let you mount your horse. Like, he has his other soldiers mount your horse for you, and he just leads you into the castle. And he's, asking you all these questions and things like that. What is your reaction to his reaction to seeing you?
I try to keep a stiff lip because I am too jaded for those reasons.
Okay. Very cool. Okay. So you're just kind of deadpan in this interaction. You don't want to be here, but you're here. You are here. So yeah, you are here. He is here. Tis winter.
And you have no idea where I am.
You try to look around for Lost Girl and you cannot see her. She is gone. She is she is disappeared. She is escaped.
Except it's the opposite of escape in this case.
Yeah, she is. Yeah. She is very discreet. You have misplaced her heavily. But you hope you'll see her again. You know, you'll find her eventually.
I have a way of turning up.
Yeah, you have a way of turning up. She has to come to the ball anyway. Worst comes worst, you see her at the Cloak and Dagger ball. But yeah, so you see people still hustling and bustling around you. And your father takes you into training grounds, right? Father brings you in and leads you to the training grounds. You see all these newer soldiers that you've never met before and who have never met you. They're all young, they're all fresh-faced, they're all doughy, they're not soldiers yet. They're in basic training, like the most basic of basic training. So they come in, they see the general, and they stand at attention, ready to take a command should they need to. And your father's like, clear out the training grounds. My daughter has returned. I must train with you, daughter. Show me what you've learned in your travels. And you hesitate. You're just like, I don't know if I should, because you've been hiding out. You're kind of out of practice. After the great battle, you went into hiding because you were so ashamed in yourself. Yeah, you can still fight, but you're not nearly as good as you once were. So, show me what you've learned in your travels. I haven't seen you in so long. What have you learned? What have you seen? Where did you go? What's your reaction?
I take out my crossbow, aim at the target, and I shoot at it to see if I'm so good.
Roll a d20.
Blow for luck.
I'm so glad you do that. Oh, darn.
Oh. What was it?
I rolled a 5.
Oh. You missed by a long shot. You missed so severely. You missed so severely.
Just like fake a sneeze. And just fake a sneeze. Just like. and just like, whoa, there.
It practically shoots straight up into the air. You miss so badly. It goes right over the target and almost hits like a jock soldier in the foot. Like it's bad.
Fake a sneeze, dude. Oh, fake a sneeze, dude. Oh man.
So yeah, your father, and he's like, you're just out of practice. Take another shot, daughter. Take another shot. Show these peons what they could really achieve. At advantage. Do it at advantage.
Which one?
That's just
advantage
roll
is
twice
roll
and
it
take the higher
twice.
number.
Oh.
Roll that one.
Okay.
Jesus.
18.
Okay.
Okay.
You hit it this time. You get not exactly bullseye, but damn near close. You get damn near close to that bullseye. And your father's like, see, this is what a real soldier looks like. And then one of the soldiers, who looks kind of jaded, looks a little bit older, at least 5 years older than the rest of the newbies, has a tattoo of it looks like a serial number almost going right up his cheekbone. Yeah, has a two serial number cheekbone, and he takes your shot. And your father, this is what a real soldier is, gentlemen. And he just, real soldier, more like real lame ass. Everybody, silence. Silence just sweeps across the courtyard. Your father turns around. What did you just say, maggot?
Oh.
What did you just say, maggot? And this soldier confidently strides up. He's like, I said, it sounds like a lame ass to me. Did you see that first shot? A real soldier would have made both. Real soldier would have made both. Do you know who this is? 'Cause I sure do. I was in the prison that got burnt down because your precious daughter didn't have the gall to kill the Jabberwocky. And he's just doing that. So your father takes him by the collar, lifts him up into the air, and says, you want to run that by me again, son? And the soldier stiffens up a bit. He's like, through gritted teeth, because he knows if your father lets go, he's done for. He's hitting that ground. All of his bones are shattering.
Medic!
All of his goddamn bones are shattering. So he's in the air. He's a good 6 feet high. Your father's a big dude. And he's like, sir, no, sir. And he sets him down and laughs now. And he's standing there kind of at attention. He's like, how many laps, sir? And he's like, till your soles of your feet bleed or until I say stop. Soldier starts running laps around the courtyard. Full body armor. It's heavy. He's huffing and it's clanking and you can hear it. Don't pay any mind to him, daughter. I'm sure it was just, beginner's shot. Don't worry. Don't pay any mind to it. He doesn't know what he's talking about. You're just as good a shoulder as any of these guys. So he's trying to make you feel better. Do you have a reaction to what this person has said that you don't know, but that clearly knows you?
You can see a little twitch in my eye, like a little.
Okay.
Out there.
Are you upset? Are you angry? Are you what feeling are you feeling? Like, yeah, you have the twitch, but what feeling are you feeling? Just so me as a DM would know.
Probably disappointment in myself.
Okay.
Honey.
Okay. Okay, so yeah. So your father, once again. Alright, so that shot maybe wasn't it. Let's show these shoulders how we fight. Unsheaths his sword and points it directly at you, challenging you to a mock battle. Roll a... Well, first of all, do you accept the challenge?
Of course.
Cool. Roll a strength check for me. And add your modifier.
18 plus 11, that is 29.
Dope. Okay, cool. Just so you know, your father is playing at like a 40. like his... To beat him, you would have to be like 45, almost 50, which you once were, but now you're rocking at like a 39, so that's not too bad. But yeah, so you guys challenge him, or challenge each other. You guys are duking it out. Well, you guys are duking it out, showing these little runs of the litter. What real men are made of, even though you're a woman. Real men are made of. You get to explore the castle a little bit. You have made it into the fine crevices of the castle. You made it into like the maids' quarters and like the cooks' quarters and things like that. So you're kind of not under the castle. You're in the part that really nobody really sees. You're in like the tunnel area.
Okay.
You work at Magic Kingdom, right? Or no?
I work at the Poly.
You work at the Poly. Okay. Do you know about the Utilidors? Okay.
I've never been in them.
Okay.
So I know about them, but I've never been in them.
Yeah. So it's a very elaborate tunnel system that they've got going. Everybody can move. Everybody seems like they're moving through the walls. It's very interconnected, and everybody's moving and shaking and going down tunnels and passageways and things like that. And some passageways need doors and secrets and keys and things like that, but others you can just walk right through. And it's very easy to get lost if you don't know where or what you're doing. And hey, you don't know where or what you're doing. Do you want to attempt to get lost?
I'll attempt to not be lost.
You want to attempt to not be lost. Okay.
However, I will roam.
You will roam.
Alternatively, I am already lost. So, how much worse could it get?
Okay. Okay. What do you have? A camping kit? No. You have a Pixie Dust kit. Oh,
I have both.
You have both. Okay. Do you want to take out your Pixie Dust and maybe shine some light in these tunnels? That the tunnels are a bit dark.
How much?
Or do you just want to move the
How much
cliff?
foot traffic is there?
It's average. They're getting ready for a party, but the tunnels are kind of narrow, so maybe max 3 people in a tunnel at a time. It's not outrageous. Most of the people are in the courtyard right now.
And then from the courtyard, they kind of deliver where they need to deliver. People come from the tunnels to get what they need to get. So there's not too much foot traffic.
I will pass on pulling out the pixie dust.
Okay. Give me a travel check. Wow.
Well, that what do we get?
14.
Ooh, add your modifier. So 14 plus 11 is
25.
nice. So yeah, you can travel through these tunnels pretty good. You're used to going through mazes when you lived on Neverland. You're used to going through dark tunnels when you lived on Neverland. You like to explore things when you were back home. You like to explore things when you were here on the mainland. You just like to explore, and you're very good at it.
And I have a shoulder friend.
Yes, and you've got a shoulder friend that can definitely tell you, hey, don't go here. And your shoulder friend,
in all her radiant glory.
is emitting a little bit of a glow to her skin. So
Glorious.
yes, she heavily powerful. So, and because of the magic in the air, because of her small, like she wouldn't glow normally if she was like human, but because she's in such a small compact package, she's glowing a little bit. She's got some sparkles to her.
Okay.
She's shiny. So you're,
wait.
huh?
I believe I have a torch.
Yes, you do. Can be kit. Yep, you do have a flashlight.
Oh, that's not what I was going for. but-
Oh. You want an actual, like, torch? Like, fire on a stick? Yeah, go for it.
No, I meant like, I didn't know if I didn't, never mind, you're good. I was gonna like, believe.
Oh, okay, yeah. No, absolutely. For that,
But if I have one in my bag.
no,
then
I want you to
that's
use that
fine.
power. I want you to see, yeah.
Excellent.
Roll a creativity check, but only use a D4 for me.
Oh, frick. Okay.
Dude, you have 21.
Yeah, well, 25.
25. Okay. So yeah, you believe it is a glorious torch. And it, yeah. Torch. Manifest out of
She's like, what the
this. Yeah, she doesn't know what just happened. But you now have a torch in your hand, and you essentially pull it out from nowhere with a magic. And it's
lit.
a torch, and it never
already
goes,
lit and everything.
already lit and everything. It doesn't go out. It doesn't splinter at all. It's just torch, and it doesn't burn your hand, and it's wonderful. And you just, torch. Here we go. Walking along. Here we go. In the tunnels. And you're exploring these tunnels, and they are great. And through these tunnels, you're walking and you're exploring all the crevices and people. You're not bumping into anybody, but you're just like kind of fascinated with how everybody moves and how everybody's like interconnected in these tunnels. And then you see everybody coming back from these tunnels, and then you see a tunnel with nobody in it. And this tunnel is nearly pitch black.
And I have a friend. We go.
You have a torch, you have a friend, you go. Got it. You're walking along. This is a relatively long tunnel, so it takes you like a good 5-ish minutes to get all the way down.
Is
this
it
tunnel.
like dustier as in just like hasn't been used in a hot second? Like am I burning cobwebs as I walk through, or is it not that bad?
So cobwebs, it's tall.
Okay.
It's tall. So yes, there are cobwebs on the ceiling.
But I'm not that tall.
Yeah, you're not that tall. But yeah, it definitely looks like it hasn't been used in a fat sec, and even when it has been used, it's very intermittently, and nobody's really cleaning this one. Nobody's really coming in and out.
Okay.
At the end, you see a staircase. What do you do?
I'm gonna walk up the staircase.
You go up the spiral staircase.
Oh,
You
it's a
do.
spiral staircase.
Yes,
Excellent.
spiral staircase. So you
Even
see the
better.
staircase, and you see it kind of curve, and then you look up, and you're like, oh, it's a spiral. That's cool. So you go, and you're walking, and you're walking, and you go all the way up, and you're in a tower now. You go all the way up. You're in a tower, and it's bedroom of some kind. It looks like it's a bedroom for a kind of younger child, kind of like teenager, kind of like you were right as you left Neverland.
Okay.
Yeah, so kind of the age you were when you left Neverland, but all of it is, it's like royal blue sheets and like it's all silk and like there are toys and clothes and very nice things, just kind of collecting dust. Yeah, the room itself is very dusty. The room itself has not been used in ages.
Are there any doors other than the one that I came through at the top of the stairs?
Yeah. So it actually wasn't a door that you came through at the top of the stairs.
Did I come through a trapdoor?
You come through a trapdoor. Exactly.
Beautiful. So are there any legit doors?
Yeah, so there's a legit door at the very, very front, but it is sealed, signed, and delivered. It is sealed shut.
Okay.
Nobody has been in there in like a while. Nobody has opened that door. The lock on it is all rusty. The wood hasn't been painted or stained or anything for a long, long time. This room has essentially been abandoned, or so you think. This room has essentially been abandoned, it's no one's in there. But you come through the trap door, and the hallway leading to the trap door, or from the trap door and the tunnel underneath it, and like the staircase underneath it, seem to have been used not frequently,
but enough.
Yeah.
Like enough that it doesn't need some WD-40, but it's close.
Yeah. It makes a little bit of a noise, but it's not like, yeah, no, it's, you know. Yeah, exactly.
Fun.
Yeah. So you're in the room. It's a very nicely decorated room. It looks like the room of a boy, of a teenage guy. You see like posters of like rocker chicks, and you see like you see a lute in the corner. You see like a sketchbook with like pictures of jewelry, with like drawn pictures of like jewelry designs, or like like dress designs or something like that.
Okay.
Roll a perception check for me. And add your modifier.
I see nothing. 12.
Okay, 12. So yeah, you go and investigate this journal a little bit. You pick it up again. This is full of dust. But you kind of flip through the pages, and nothing really catches your eye. Yeah, nothing really catches your eye. But you see a whole bunch of like jewelry and like dress designs, and it's all very regal, very royal, and they're very intricate, and they're very, very nice, and they're very, very good. So yeah, do you want to do anything sneaky at all? Do you want to take the book? What do you want to do? Do you want to explore the room a little bit more?
I will absolutely explore the room a little bit more.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't even know what I would be looking for.
Yeah.
So like just any windows, any.
Yeah, there are a couple windows. There are windows.
So it's not like in a tower.
No.
Okay.
It's a very nice room. It's just kind of off from like it would be like a bedroom for a teenager. You know, it's got windows, it's got doors, it's got music, it's got things like that.
Okay.
You could tell this wasn't a prison. This was a room. This was someplace that somebody felt safe.
Okay. Cool.
You rolled 12. Yeah, so you see furniture, you see some bookshelves, you see a closet. Do you want to explore any of these? Do you want to attempt to explore any of these?
Absolutely. I'll attempt to. Part of me wants to like explore the room, and part of me wants to see if I can open the door.
Okay, you can do both.
Excellent.
So which one do you want to do first?
So I'll like take another turn about the room. I just like.
You trip on like a wheel of some kind or like a shoe of some kind.
Or like if there's any like anything that I can figure out whose room this was.
Yeah.
If there's anything in the room.
I don't want to
Okay.
lead you to it, but keep looking. You know what? Can you roll a straight d20 for me?
18.
Okay. Hey, go to the bookshelf. Explore the bookshelf.
Okay.
Explore the bookshelf.
Yeah, so I'll get up.
It's a big bookshelf.
Yeah.
Do you want to explore the bookshelf first, or do you want to try to open the door? You can do both. We've got time. You don't have to choose. I promise.
I'll take the bookshelf. I'll just see what kind of books there are. Obviously, if anything says Neverland or fairies or whatever, I'm like always kind of looking for that too.
Okay. So yeah, you see like textbooks, you see like history books and things like that. You see the name Peter Pan on one of the spines of the book, and you're like, oh, I know that name. I know that story. I'm probably in that story. But you're looking at all these history books, and you're looking at all these just regular books, and you see one that isn't marked. That doesn't have a cover, that doesn't have it has a cover, but it doesn't have like a title, it doesn't have any intricate details on it, it's just book. And it's got a little pen on top. And a little feather quill with some ink, so it's got a pen on top of it.
I'll take the Peter Pan book and that one and go sit down on the bed.
Okay.
Or not, just sit down right on the floor.
You can sit down on the bed.
I'd probably just, knowing me, I'd probably just like...
So here's what you do. You go to sit down on the bed, you put your hand on it, and you're just like, no. We're not doing this. Yeah. You're just like, oh, okay, this is not for me. So you sit right down on the floor. And you open the Peter Pan book and you flip through it. Nothing really catches your eye. You see Tinkerbell and you see Peter, and you recognize their faces. You see a face that you recognize but don't know. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Like I can't place it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Roll a D12 for me.
I can't place it.
Oh, yeah.
I really can't place it. That was a 1.
Yeah. You flip past it. You're just like, huh, okay, that's cool. Flip past it. There's mention of, Peter, Neverland, Pixie Dust, things that just are just there in your memory, that don't really have, that don't really trigger anything. Nothing really triggers in that book. And then you open this book. It's a little red bound book. And you open it, and can you roll a... Do I want to do your job? Roll roll a knowledge check for me, but use a d6 and add your modifier.
24.
24. Nice. Yeah, so it's in a language that you can definitely read. It's in cursive, but you can definitely make it out. It's in this really rough cursive, so you can easily read it. And you recognize that it's a diary.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a diary, and it doesn't mention a name at all. It just says, "Dear diary, Mom is getting really, really sick, and the war is. I feel as though the war is beginning. I hope everything works out well, but if it doesn't, this may be my final entry." And there are a couple more pages like after that, but it's all in that this might be final, this might be final, this might be final. The war is beginning. The war is here. The war is here. The war is here. The war might be over, but it's not done. The battle might be over, but it's not done. And then the pages just stop, and there's like more than half the book left. So yeah, that was just the only entry that you read. But there are a couple entries before that. Do you want to take a look at those or no?
I think I'll look at like maybe the one right before that and like the first one.
Okay, so you look at the one before the entry that you just wrote, and it says, "Dear Journal, things are going well, but I hear Mom and Dad talking about something. I don't know if it's good or bad, but they seem to be very adamant that they didn't want me in the room when they were talking about it. And even when I came into the room, they kind of stopped the conversation and changed it. They don't think I notice these things, but I'm not as dumb as they think I am. I can't wait until my parents pass down the kingdom to me. And it's kind of a lot happier, and it's, kind of more optimistic than the very next entry.
Yeah.
And the dates on them are about 3 months apart. So that happened. And then the very first entry is, "Dear New Journal, this is my very first entry in you, and I can't wait to see all of the amazing memories that we make together." And it's just very hopeful. It's very optimistic. It's very sweet and nice and happy. So that's the very first entry of this journal, is just very optimistic. Like, hey, I can't wait to write down all of my amazing memories. You still don't see a name. Yeah, it's not signed of any kind. It's just kind of journal entry.
Yeah.
"Dear diary, this is my day," type thing.
Okay. Cool.
Do you want to go back to the bookshelf and look a little bit more? Do you want to put the books back? Do you want to keep the books with you?
I will. Yeah, I'll throw them in my bag and then head towards
Both
the
of
door.
them? Okay.
And then head towards the door.
Okay. You sure? With your 18?
Fine, I'll go back.
Alright, roll a perception check for me and add your modifier. Roll a d20.
15.
Okay, so this time you take another glance over the bookshelf, and you see one particular one that you think is kind of funny, but you don't think has any real meaning to it. It's History of Hidden Passageways, and right next to the Traveler's Guide to Trapdoors. And it's just like these set of like these two books, and then on the opposite side, it's just like, oh, great adventures, the greatest adventures of all time. So, greatest adventures of all time, History of Secret Passageways, Traveler's Guide to Trapdoors. These 3 books, and that kind of catches your eye. You think it's just theming, But it definitely catches your eye that those 3 books are in that particular order. Do you investigate those at all? Okay. Which book do you try to pull?
The trapdoors.
Trapdoors. Okay.
Oh wait, no, that's a bad idea. Not hidden passageways. I'll like reach and be like, I'll look down at my feet. And I'll be like, I spent too much time with the Lost Boys for this. And I'll grab the hidden passageways.
Okay. So you pull down the hidden passageways, but it doesn't come all the way out of the bookshelf.
Yep.
It doesn't come all the way out of the bookshelf. You pull it, you hear click, 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 and the entire bookshelf and you starts to spin very, very slowly. And
Phoenix just like squeaks.
yeah,
Shoulder like
Phoenix squeaks on the shoulder. She is terrified. She is back in the other. She jumps off your shoulder. She is back in the other room. She is back in the bedroom. You are now alone. You are alone.
I believe I still have a torch.
You do still have a torch.
Excellent.
Yes, you do still have a torch. The torch is in your hand.
And wooden sword in the other.
Yep, torch and wooden sword. Your wooden sword is still sheathed because you don't perceive any real danger quite yet.
Okay.
But you're in this hidden passageway and you smell something funky. You smell something funky, you don't quite know what it is. But there's, on either side of you, there's a big basin of liquid, gel-ish type stuff. It's oil. What do you do? That's the funky smell you smell.
I'll keep the fire away from that for sure.
You can keep the fire away from it. Bold choice.
Oil. I mean, I'll like walk towards it, but I'll make sure that like no sparks or anything like
Okay.
hit it.
So you walk towards it. As you walk closer to it, the smell gets more and more pungent. And you look in, and it looks fine. It just looks kind of old. It really hasn't been used in a while. But this is burning oil. It's meant to burn, but it's not meant to engulf you in flames. It's meant to be a slow burn of stuff, and you would know this because it's similar to this oil you used on Neverland to keep your house warm. But you're not sure because on Neverland the oil that you used was enchanted with pixie dust, so that it wouldn't burn down the Neverland tree and all of Neverland in the process. You don't know how magic reacts here, so you don't know what it would do if you set it on fire. You know it would go up in flames, but you don't know what it would do. Somebody gave me fire!
I will not light it.
Okay. It is deathly silent in this room. But yeah, so you kind of look and see.
Are there any windows here? No?
No windows. And no doors.
Can I see the ceiling?
Yes, you can see the ceiling.
Okay.
And there's one hole in the top of the ceiling that's allowing light in. And it's pointed directly, almost like a spotlight, on a telescope. And it's a very dim light, but you see this like dust-covered, gorgeous golden telescope.
Okay.
What do you do?
I'm gonna go look at it.
You go look at it. So you go to the telescope. It looks like your regular average telescope.
Is it pointed out anything?
It's pointed out the hole in the roof. It's pointed out to the hole in the roof. So, but what is your roll perception check? Or
15.
15?
Well, that was for the bookshelf.
Yeah, that was for the bookshelf. Yeah, roll another one
20.
and then add 4 to it.
14.
Nice. Is that with your modifier or no?
24 with the modifier.
24 with the modifier. Okay, that's what I thought. You notice that besides this telescope, this room is immaculately clean. Like it is clean. almost sparkling. People have used this room recently. Yeah.
Okay.
You can't see a lot, but what you do see every time you like walk, you see a little bit more because of your torch, and everything you see is just very, very clean, very, very neat, very, very put together, in place. And you see the golden telescope. You go to it, and it's pointed out into the heavens, but
It's daytime, so
it's daytime.
that would be a bad idea. I know enough about telescopes
You
to
sure?
not look at things that are pointed at the sun.
Okay. You notice it's not pointed directly at the sun, but it is pointed directly at the sky. You rolled a 24. You notice that there's a lid on the front of the telescope.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a lid on the front of the telescope to protect it from burning the entire place down, or should the sun catch it in a way. So yeah, you notice there's a lid. Do you want to investigate it at all? Do you want to try to find a light at all? What do you want to do while you're in this very dark, very enchanted room?
I think if I notice that people have like been here,
Well, you believe people have been there.
because it's clean.
Mm-hmm.
Are there any other entrances here, or is it just?
It's just the bookshelf.
Just the bookshelf.
It's just the bookshelf. There's not even a trapdoor. It's just the bookshelf.
Just the bookshelf. I will take a look at the telescope real quick and then bounce, because I don't know when people show up and I don't want to be here when people do.
Okay.
So I'm gonna take a glance.
Like in the telescope? Or just
I'll
look at the telescope?
I'll look at it.
Okay.
Like not move it at all. If I can, without touching it at all, really, I'll look through it. But
Okay.
I like, if it's clean, I don't want like anyone to know that anything has been amiss.
Yeah. So you go, you look at it. This particular item in the room hasn't really been touched. So you know if you'll touch it, you'll leave like fingerprints.
Oh yeah, I won't touch it at all then.
In the little lens that you see a spark of something. You see a glimmer of something. And it almost looks like the night sky in this telescope. In this one little front hole of the telescope. And you just ever so slightly catch it out of the corner of your eye. Do you want to investigate it at all? And try? Yeah?
Yeah, I'll look at it.
Yeah? So you kneel down, because it's a little bit shorter than you are. So if you're standing up tall, it's about your chest. So you lean down. You look into this telescope, and it is the cosmos, and every cosmos that is out there. And you notice that it's ever so gently spinning. So you see a rotation of stars and constellations and planets that you've never even heard of, and just all sorts of stuff. Do you have a reaction?
I'd probably just stare in awe and then be like, do I recognize any of these stars?
Okay. The longer you stare, the clearer it becomes. And the longer you stare, the more you start to see. Keep staring, and we'll save that for another day. So yeah, keep staring, and then you pull back and you're just like, cool. Cool. And you go to walk out.
I'm gonna spin the door back around to GTFO, as they say.
Okay. So you spin the door back around. Shelby is there. She's in her human form. And she is pale as a ghost. She is terrified that you have died of some kind. Like, she is terrified that you are no longer with her and she wasn't there to protect you at all costs. So you come back and you're just like, dude, there's a whole other room back there. And she's just like, you left without me. You could have died. You could have been seen.
You squeaked and jumped. It's not my fault. You jumped off of me when the door was closing.
Yeah. So she's like, fair point. Just, I'm glad you're safe. I'm glad you're safe. You hear clanking outside of the thing, of the window. Do you go investigate?
Oh yeah, I'll go peek.
Okay. You look out and you see the training yard and you see Akima and this big burly dude. You don't know who this dude is, but he is a big burly dude, and they're fighting with each other, and you're just like, I don't know if they're battling or if this is a friendly fight. Not my circus, not my monkeys. Yeah, not my circus, not my monkeys. Do you want to explore? Oh, you wanted to explore the door, didn't you?
Yes.
Yeah, so go ahead and roll actually, just roll straight D20 for me.
16.
Cool. So yeah, the door, it's a door.
Can I open it?
You try and jiggle it, but
It doesn't go?
It's a no-go.
Okay.
You would need a key to unlock this door, and it only unlocks from like the outside. Yeah, no, you're good. It only unlocks from like the outside.
Okay.
So yeah,
Gotcha.
Once it's locked from the outside, there's no way out through this door.
Okay.
And unless somebody opens it, there's no way in. So yeah. So you diggle it. Clank.
Okay.
And yeah, nothing happens.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll head back down out the way I came.
Okay.
And I'll try to make my way out to the courtyard.
Okay.
I'll
Cool.
make my way back to see if I can at least like hang out somewhere and wait for her to be done.
Sure.
And find out if she needs like help or something.
Okay.
Or like, figure out what's going on.
Okay. So you do that. Shelby, Phoenix has now transformed back into a chameleon on your shoulder, and she is kind of not taking her eyes off you anymore. Like, she is not letting you out of her sight anymore. No matter how terrified she is, you have made a friend for life. So she's just, but particularly right now, she's just staring at your face. And you see the gears turning in her head, and she's looking at you real intense, like.
Is there something in my teeth?
and she turns her head. She's like, no, but something's something. And she just keeps staring at you.
Something's what?
I don't know. But yeah, so you're just, yeah. She's like, I don't know. But there's something. What happened in that room?
One moment. I found there were a couple of things of like burning oil. I didn't light them though. And then there was a telescope, so I everything looked kind of clean except for the telescope. So I went over and I looked into it, and I saw like all the stars, and again, like I don't know, there was a cover on it. So I'm assuming it was just like something in the cover, but it looked like all the like stars and the galaxies and stuff were in there when I looked into it.
Huh. Stars. Interesting. And she just keeps staring at you and keeps looking at you, but you're just like, okay. Do you want to keep questioning it, or do you just want to go with it? Keep in mind, you're walking down the spiral staircase as this is happening, and she's just looking at you like, I can't put my finger on it, but there's something different.
I'll get to the bottom, and I'm assuming by the time I get down to the bottom of the staircase, I'm like, ugh, I gotta see what this is. So, can I
see what is? See what is?
My face.
Okay.
Can I try and believe I have like a mirror or some kind of reflective
Yeah, you can believe you have a
surface?
mirror. Yeah.
Cool.
So I'm not even gonna have you roll for that because you're. Yeah, roll a d4.
4?
Yeah, and add your modifier, creativity modifier.
24.
24? Yeah, you create a mirror, a little handheld mirror, and it's there and it's pretty and it's what you think a mirror looks like. And you hold it up and like you're checking your teeth, you're checking your eyes, you're checking to make sure you don't have any like nose hairs or anything like that, and you don't see anything wrong. You don't notice anything.
Okay.
Yeah, you don't notice anything. To you look perfectly normal.
Okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
you look perfectly normal. Okay, so it's getting.
I'll wisp the mirror away back into the ether. And then
Goes away in a puff of smoke. Just.
and then jokingly I'll be like, I hope you know how to get us out of here. And then I'll just start walking.
Actually, with your travel knowledge, you can get him. You can get him out.
Get back
here.
out?
Yeah, you can get back out. You know where to go. You know which turns you took, and you know how to reverse it in your mind to get back out to where you were going through. So you make it back out to the courtyard, and you follow the sounds of clanging swords and grunting men. And you get to not the arena, the training grounds. You get to the training grounds, and you and your dad are still going ham. Because as you guys were battling each other, she was exploring the room. So that entire time, you guys were doing it. But that was a series of like maybe an hour, not even. So yeah, it's now about. What did I say? Yeah, I'm gonna call it about like 2 o'clock.
2 o'clock? Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna call it about 2 o'clock. Yes, actually, no, I'm gonna call it about 12 o'clock. 12 o'clock, because you guys gotta start getting ready for the cloak and dagger ball.
Oh yeah.
So, but you walk on to the training ground, and you stick out like a sore thumb. You're not in any armor. You don't have any weapons on you. You have a chameleon on your shoulder.
Before I'd stepped into like a lighter area of tunnel that's traveled, I'll make my torch also disappearing.
Okay, cool. So after being in these dark tunnels, you walk out and you're back into the courtyard, and yes, it's shaded, but the minute you step into like regular daylight, your sight is really, really bad. Like it is hurting the amount of light that is in your eyes right now. Yeah. I'm not gonna have you take any hit points, but just know, like, you're not in like writhing agony, but it's just like, oh, ow, like I should have brought sunglasses or something. You know, you're just squinting really, really hard, and it's almost painful how much light stimulation you're getting right now.
Okay.
I have a plan. I have a grand plan.
I'll just like be real squinty.
You're gonna like kind of like having your hands out because you can't really see a lot.
Yeah.
Can you?
Wish I brought some sunglasses.
Sure.
Okay.
Sure.
Let's go for it again. So it's a 2.
It's a
so
2?
that's 23.
Yeah, you.
So I'll just like casually reach into my bag and do it in there because there's people.
Yeah.
And then put them on.
Sure. Okay, so that helps a lot, and it's exactly the type of temperance to the sun that you need.
Okay.
So you're wearing sunglasses, and they're not completely blackout sunglasses, but they're definitely polarized. It definitely helps you. But now others can't really see your eyes all that much. They know you have them, but they can't really see them. But you're just walking around, you're like, okay, I've got some sunglasses, I've got my friend, I'm going to meet my other friend at the training grounds. So you walk up and you're on the training grounds, you see them going for it, and you're in the middle of battling your dad, not battling, but like fighting your dad. And you look over because all the other guys and all the other soldiers just immediately their faces turn away from you guys to the newcomer that's come into like the circle, and you notice like their change. So you look over, see Lost Girl, and you're just like, hey, where the hell did you go? And at this moment your father just tackles you to the ground, and he's like, first rule of battle, never let your opponent have the upper hand. Just completely making a joke out of it. Never let your opponent have the upper hand. Never look away from your opponent. And so do you have a reaction to this? Or are you just laughing it off and just let him help you up?
I think I will. I'll let out a bit of a laugh there.
Okay, so you guys will have a bit of a laugh. He helps you back up. And you get up. Do you introduce, Lost Girl to your father? What do you do?
That is the Lost Girl. I've met her on my journey.
Met her on the journey. Okay. Does she have a name, or is she just Lost Girl?
I'll give him the name that I gave the guy at the door. Theodosia, sir.
Theodosia. What a glorious and proud name that is. Are you of royal blood, my dear?
I do not believe so.
Well, regardless, welcome to the capital. And he bows like real deep. Welcome to the capital.
I'll give him I'll give him a curtsy.
A cute little curtsy, just like thank you.
I'll return the grand. I'll
You'll return the grandeur.
full skirts.
Love it.
I'll return. I will return the favor with interest.
Love that. So you guys need to be out of here by like 1, right?
Ish.
Okay. Okay, so I'll wrap this up. So you kind of roll your eyes at all this grandeur. You're just like not into it.
I'm totally eating it up.
Yeah, you're totally eating it up.
Hey, babes, this is your dad? Like, he's so cool.
Roll a d6 for me and add your sight modifier. Your sight modifier is 20, by the way.
All right. $25.
25.
He sees through my sunglasses.
Yeah, she can definitely see through your sunglasses.
Sorry, my bad.
Yep.
Yeah, you can see through your sunglasses, and I'll talk to you about that later. Yeah, so you can see through her sunglasses, and you can see that Phoenix is on her shoulder.
Yeah, 25 is sitting pretty. Okay, so it is now about 12:30. You see the clock tower right above you, and you're just like, oh shoot, we gotta start getting ready. And your father's just like, come get ready at the castle with me and all of your brethren. Do you do that, or do you? You're just like, no, we should go back to the inn.
Dude, I don't have my dress with me, do I?
Nope, it's at the inn. You haven't checked out the inn, so
okay.
Yeah.
I don't have my things with me, but like we don't have our things. But if we go get them, we can come back.
Absolutely, and don't worry, I'll put your names on the list.
Beautiful. Thank you, darling.
I love this. I'm loving this. Don't worry, I'll put your names on the list, and then you, being the callous, demure daughter that you are, you're just like, don't worry, and you pull out the invitation. We've got our names on the list for the party, and you're just like, oh, I wanted my name on the list. Because you don't know the name that's attached to the invitation that you have. So your name would need to be on a list. So you like try to like signal to Akeem like, no, let him put our names on a list. Even if your name is on there twice, let him put our names on a list. And do you have a reaction to her reacting like, hey, let him do that?
I just watch with interest.
Okay. So he's like, don't worry about it. Your name will be on the list, Miss Theodosia. And my darling daughter, I cannot wait to see what you come up with tonight for the evening. And you guys head back to the Music Melody Inn, and you guys start getting ready.
Yes.
For now, that's where I'm going to leave this.
And scene.
Exactly. Yeah, so Alex, I'm sorry we didn't get too much interaction.
No, it's fine. That's perfectly fine. I was just enjoying the whole thing with the night captain, just like.
Yeah.
It doesn't have the guy who's fucking shit, and the guy just puts in his. It's like, yeah, you know what? Run laps now for being a jackass.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, the guy still running laps. This soldier is going to be running laps all night long, all throughout the party. He's just going to run and run and run like a little gingerbread man that he is.
That's going to be the post-credit scene.
Yeah, just like Ferris Bueller-esque. Like, what are you still doing here, guys? Running in the back.
He's still running courtyard. So yeah, that's where I'm gonna end the session for today.
Yay.
Thank you all so much.
You're welcome.